So Thursday is going to be 37 at nighttime going into Friday. So Tuesday I will be working on, Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be working on some things. One of the things will be getting my soil for plants to come in the house. So I'll get the leaf blower out and I'll lightly blow. Don't put that thing on high or medium. And you'll blow and, knock things off and hope and pray that no critters come in the house with you. I have 3 spider plants to get outside. I have many ferns and other different things to come in. And then I'll be potting up some of our herbs. Now, a lot of our herbs do come back every year, but however, I went them through the winter, so we're going to be bringing them in so we can cut and have fresh herbs through the winter, late fall to winter. So that's some of the things that I'm going to have going on here. So I'm going to be busy this week because that Thursday, I don't want to take a chance. And also, we're going to have green tomatoes coming in. So some I'll put in the windowsills. You can use newspaper. However, I'll just put them in the windowsill and let them ripen that way. But it's a good time for fried green tomatoes. Yeah. So fall is definitely here. It's definitely here. And it comes quick when it comes. So, yeah. And then we'll, eventually we'll be firing this beast up. And I forever, always, I get it all cleaned up, dusted off, and now I have wood on there. And I have bags, paper towels for cleanup. But these are some wood that I had cleaned up last year, and I used them around the counter and stuff to hire things up, raise things up for decorating for Christmas. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. My eyes look really dark in this lighting. Oh well. I do have some baggage going on. Yeah, Lake Fairy's got baggage. Whatever. Anyways, don't make it weird. I might use those woods for painting projects. I'm not sure yet. So, I don't know. Let me know if you guys checked out the community page on this channel. And let me know what you think of the artwork. And the one sign, it's like a sign, but it's not like lettering. It's just a Bigfoot with scenery. Let me know what you guys think of those. I will not just be doing Sasquatch. I'll also be doing hopefully moose and loons and who knows, maybe some cabins and deer and I don't know, all kinds of Adirondack-y type animals. And I'm thinking about possibly putting them out on our channel. And it's not merch, it's art. So let me know what you guys think. And I've got a wacky light. Sometimes the ceiling fan, when it first comes on, I must have a loose bulb from when this thing is on high often. It blinks sometimes. So anyway, don't forget to check your frost dates, even if it's a little frost date, if it's something you don't want to bring in as of yet and you know that you're going to be having warmer weather afterwards. Just throw a sheet over them, a towel, a blanket, something light. It's not going to hurt it. But don't forget to bring your plants inside because if you want to continue them for next year or, they are house plants that you put outside. Also, any veggies, plants, and herbs that you want to have inside to further their growth, don't forget to bring them in. So I have a dining room table to pick up. Afternoon. It's 1:06 here in the Adirondacks. Whoop, whoop. So I have a steak. I cooked it and then I bagged it with the juices. I have peppers that are kind of some of them are starting to get spots, so I have to start doing things with them. These are the older ones, obviously. So I'm gonna cut up some pepper, I'm gonna cut up some onion. I'm gonna cut the steak up. I'm gonna use some eggs. You can make your own, but I'm gonna use these wraps and we're gonna make lunch. Because I am hungry. Yep, hungry. So I'm trying to use up leftovers. Using up your leftovers is important so you don't waste things. So I've got a pan out and I'm gonna put that on low, kind of like a, you know, on the high side of low. And I've already started to cut up a pepper. This is banana peppers. These ones taste, I'm sorry, these ones that we grow taste exactly like green peppers, just more on the milder side. They're not hot, these banana peppers, at all. They're completely, they taste just like green peppers to me. And our dog is strange. She also likes peppers. I can't come in from the garden without giving her food. She eats everything, carrots, green beans, peppers, tomatoes, you name it, she eats it. She will be 8 years old. December. So, some people may not like a dog in the kitchen. She's part of our family. It is what it is. So I always clean our surfaces. I make sure I don't pet the dog. She doesn't have her mouth up here. She's far enough away from where I'm cutting. We live here. So we don't want to give her the stem in the end. I do not give her onions. I do know that she has had, I'm going to be using some olive oil as well. She has had cooked things with cooked onions in it. We don't do that like on the norm, and we do not do that on purpose. Our other dog, Jenny, God rest her soul, she was allergic to onions. Now, most dogs are allergic to onions. Onions are not good for your dog. They're actually toxic. However, some dogs, they're fine. I would never feed her an onion, especially raw. Although she has had things that were cooked as far as a meal from us with cooked onions to the point where they're so cooked in. And she, again, is going to be 8 years old. She is just fine. So I'm not going to be cutting up this whole steak. I'll probably save some for lunch for tomorrow. Because I'm home and my daughter is home, I try to make meals using the leftovers. My hubby does not always have, she wants steak. My hubby does not always have a place to heat up leftovers. So a lot of times he is actually bringing something or getting something while he's out. So we're gonna bag up this because I don't need a lot of meat. And we're gonna go put this into the frying pan as well. So far we have banana pepper, we have the onion, the steak, and now I have like half of an onion, and I'm going to cut into that as well. And Danielle, you cannot have onion because we just talked about this. Honestly, I don't think she would eat it, but I don't want to chance it either. So, I keep this away from her. Even when I peel the onion, I don't even put them in the garbage that's into the out. I put it in a bag and bring it straight outside, or I put it I still put it in something like coffee grounds and put it underneath the sink in that garbage. So we have two garbages in this kitchen. We have one for things that we don't, you know, papers and things like that, things that aren't covered or aren't food, because our dog, she doesn't always, but there's times where she'll knock it over and she'll get into the garbage to get whatever kind of nummy-nums you throw in there. Okay, so yeah, I'll bag that up. So now I'm gonna start frying this up, and so this is the point where I'll turn this up. Wash my hands, of course. I wash my hands like a lot cooking. I didn't just now. Normally between everything, a single thing, I'm trying to like chill out and not do that all the time. I've got my baggy sweatpants on today. They're fun. I think these are called like boyfriend pants or something like that. They're like one of those types of pants that, you know, every woman puts on her husband's clothes at one time or another, but these are actually made for women, but they're called boyfriend pants because they're really baggy and the butt's all saggy, and I'm making it weird again. I don't know if I can ever do a video in 1 week and not have at least one or two weird ones. So, whichever. So let's go over here. I'm seasoning my pan again after I cleaned it, but whew, this is what we have going on. We will take a wooden utensil and get this going. After we cook this, we're going to put in some egg, some cheese, and we're going to throw it into a wrap. We also have a couple of tomatoes that are like fine right now, but they're getting to that point where it's coming soon. So I'm going to slice up and dice up this small to medium tomato and put that in as well. So now we have everything cooking. You can throw some fresh basil, fresh parsley, fresh oregano, like whatever you want to do. I'm just going to kind of keep it simple today and call it good. Side note, I just washed this and drying it off. Your wooden or bamboo cutting boards. Make sure that you use a lot of mineral oil on them and then let them seal. Let them sit, let them seal. You need to season these really good because when you cut, that'll not only seal back up, but when you cut, you're cutting into wood and you don't want, sealing it just protects it and keeps everything lifted up. If that makes any sense. I don't know what it is about olive oil and veggies, but it just is really good. And olive oil is better for you. Pure virgin olive oil. So I have everything going. I'm gonna go cut the cheese. You know, when I was little, we used to make jokes about cutting the cheese. I think you all know the reference, but I'm actually going to be cutting some all-natural Vermont cheddar cheese. And this is hard. If you leave it out, it does crumble. Yeah. So, and when I get the big bricks, I always put it in another plastic bag to store in the fridge. We need to start cooking what's in our drawer or freezing what's in our drawer from the garden. Before we freeze it, you obviously need to blanch it or cook it or do something with it before you freeze it or can it, obviously. But I'm just going to kind of cube up this cheese. I love cheddar cheese. So good. Oddly, when I don't feel well, especially nausea, okay, this is really weird. One of the first things I'll attempt to eat, it's not super crackers or toast. Well, it is kind of, but it's cheddar cheese with the crackers and toast. Oddly as well, cheddar cheese gets rid of my brain fog. I don't know if there's anything to that, but I think that that's kind of weird. So I'm going to crack my 2 eggs. Eggs are good for the compost pile, just saying. And I should probably put away my meat. I still haven't put the meat away yet. I'm not a cooking channel. I just thought I would do this to remind everyone to make sure you cook with your leftovers so you're not wasting things, you know? It's a good thing. So we're gonna come over to the stove. You can look at my messy kitchen. I actually cleaned it up, but then I clean it up and then I make another mess, and then I clean it up and make another mess, and it's just the way it is. So this would be the point where you would throw in a lot of your herbs and whatnot. I'm actually just going to use some ground pepper. I'm trying to refrain, but I am, because there's eggs, just going to throw in a little bit of salt, a little bit of paprika, and I like chili powder in my eggs, and I don't know where it is, so we're just going to leave it out. You can throw garlic and onion or whatever, but like I said, I'm not getting in too much with the herbs. I love herbs. But I actually have to go back out with my basket, and I actually need to cut more herbs for the fridge. And then here pretty soon, we're going to have to start drying things and bringing things in by the masses to get ready for winter. And in my other video, I talked about potting some of those up and bringing them back inside to use for over the late fall and winter. So I'm going to turn this down. I love this pan. It's a stoneware or graniteware. So now we're going to take our wrap. I'll probably put in some A1 sauce, because I'm kind of weird like that. You can also throw in some Worcestershire sauce in the pan. But I'm just going to throw this off to the side. I don't like to dirty a bunch of stuff while I'm cooking, because I'm the one who has to clean it up. So we're going to put that there. We're going to dip this in, and we are going to start throwing it in there. It's okay if you leave a little bit in the pan, because that'll actually harden onto your shell. My shell is just happens to be a tortilla. People call them wraps. So yeah. Now we're going to fold it over, put it back into the pan, and we are not going to roll this one up. We're just going to kind of keep it like this, because I'm going to go grab some A1. I think there's Worcestershire in A1, but I'm also going to kind of throw that in the pan over there. Whew, that is strong. And let that cook on top of our wrap. And then I'm going to throw the A1. Our family has this funny joke that we tap the A. I get these at the Dollar Tree. I set these back a long time ago, and I got them for $1 a piece. This one's good until this December, so I'm actually starting to have to pull some. If I have to, I'll empty the bottles out, and if we don't use them all, but we've had these for like 2 years, maybe longer. So December 22. If I don't think we're going to be going through the rest of the bottles that we have, I'll empty them and freeze them. Not the bottle, just the sauce. And then I have to go stock up and get some more. Here I talk about not having to dirty things, but yet I'm over here doing 2 of these things. So that's the point where I roll it. And then I just let it cook and bam, it's almost done to go to the plate. Guess what? It's done. Cleaning off my spoon. Alright, so we're gonna get this over here, get it plated. I'm gonna have this side. Normally when I would do that, I would get it out the other way, but I'll show you why I flipped it up this way is because I decided I do want some American cheese. It's very, very thinly sliced. I'm gonna tuck that in there, and as it sits for a little while, woohoo! Now it's lunchtime for me. I skipped breakfast, so I am hungry. And I'm sure I'm probably gonna regret this, but it is really, really good. So we got a couple of those little things from the tomato. I'm actually just gonna throw those out because I'm not fond of tomato skins in my mouth. It's a texture thing. So now we're gonna take this and flip it back over. I did decide, I did find some parsley, and I'm going to lay that on top. You can wait till this cools down and eat it with your fingers. I'm probably not gonna wait, so I'm going to go get a fork and a knife. Actually, I already have a knife. I'm gonna go grab a fork. But before we do that, we're going to add some pickles. And if you want to get really, really naughty, Conn's potato chips are made in Zanesville, Ohio. And I'm just going to place those right there. Yes, please. And bam, voila. You've got lunch. So let's get a fork, cut into this, and see what it looks like. Again, I'm no fancy kitchen person, so let's just get it. If I cook this a little bit longer, it would be more crunchy on the other side, but yeah. That looks good. Okay. Here's the test. Smells good. Smells real good. It's probably going to be too hot. Hope I don't burn my mouth. Trying to get a piece of parsley on here. This is probably way too big of a bite. Make that a little bit smaller. Heck, let's go. Let's do this thing. Yum. Have a good day.